Good morning students. Today we will again solve some transactions and decide debit and credit of accounts using modern approach. Here are the two rules I have explained earlier. If there is increase in assets, expenses and losses, it should be debited, and if there is decrease in assets, expenses and losses, it should be credited. Second rule, if there is increase in capital, liabilities, incomes and gains, it should be credited, and if there is decrease in capital, liabilities, incomes and gains, it should be debited. Okay, so let's start. First transaction, Kapil started business with cash rupees 1,50,000. Kapil is the owner and he is starting business by investing rupees 1,50,000 cash into the business. So there will be two accounts in this transaction, cash account and capital account. Okay, we know that cash is our asset, so I will write asset here, and capital is owner's capital, that is Kapil's capital. It is the liability of the business towards the owner, so we can write here capital or liability. Okay, for better understanding we can write like this. Now we will decide debit and credit. First, cash account. Cash is our asset, so we have to follow the rule. See the first rule, increase in assets, expenses and losses, debit. Here, as Kapil is investing cash into his business, business cash is increasing from 0 to 1,50,000. So there is increase in cash, cash increases. So as per rule, increase should be debited, increase in asset should be debited, so debit. Now capital. As Kapil is investing cash into his business, from the point of view of business, capital account is increasing. Okay, so capital also increases, and the rule says that if there is increase in capital, it should be credited. So we have to credit capital account here. Understood? Next, goods purchased for rupees 60,000. Okay, before explaining other transactions, see, we are making or we are recording this transaction from the point of view of business, not from the point of view of owner, that is Kapil. Okay, because we have learned business entity concept, and as per that concept the owner is different and business is different from each other. Okay, so next transaction, goods purchased for rupees 60,000. Here there will be two accounts, goods account and cash account. We all know that when we purchase goods, this account will be purchases account, but as these all concepts are new to you, I am using the word goods account for better understanding. Afterwards I will tell you how to use purchases account there. Okay, so goods account and cash account. We are purchasing goods by paying cash rupees 60,000. It means cash is going out from the business and goods are coming into the business. So from the point of view of business, cash is decreasing and goods are increasing. Okay, so cash here decreases, cash is our asset and it decreases. Goods are also our asset and it increases. Okay, now we have to decide debit and credit. Both are assets, so we will see the first rule, increase in asset debit and decrease in asset credit. So here goods, this asset is increasing, so increase in asset should be debited, so debit, and decrease in asset should be credited, so cash account will be credited. Okay, now next transaction, purchase furniture of rupees 20,000 from Zindal Traders on credit. in this transaction they told us that this is a credit transactions. Means we are not paying cash to Jindal Traders. Kapil is not paying cash from his business to Jindal Traders. So we have purchased furniture. First account will be furniture account. And second account will be Jindal Traders account. Okay. Furniture is our asset and Jindal Traders. As we are purchasing furniture on credit from them, they are our creditors because we have to pay back their amount in future. So creditors. So creditors is our liability. Amount payable to Jindal Traders, anything payable is liability of the business. So they are our creditors and so it is liability of the business. Now furniture asset, let's decide debit and credit. Here we are purchasing furniture, means furniture in the business is increasing. So furniture increases. And increase in asset should be debited, so we have to debit this account. Furniture account should be debited. Then Jindal Traders account is liability, and here our liability in the business also increasing, so liability increases. And second rule, increase in liability should be credited, so we have to credit this account. So Jindal Traders account should be credited and furniture account should be debited. Okay. Now see the next transaction. Goods sold to Amit rupees 8,000 on credit. Okay. Goods sold to Amit rupees 8,000 on credit. From tomorrow onwards we will use purchases account and sales account for goods account. But for initial understanding I am using goods account here. Okay. Now goods sold to Amit rupees 8,000 on credit. Again this is a credit transaction. So first account should be Amit's account as we are selling goods to Amit. And second account will be goods account. Okay. Now goods asset and Amit. We are selling goods to Amit on credit means amount is receivable from him and anything receivable is our asset. आपण अमितला गुड्स क्रेडिटवर सोल्ड करतोय, त्याच्याकडून पैसे रिसिवेबल आहेत म्हणजे येणे आहेत, काहीही येणे बाकी ही ॲसेट असते धंद्याची. अमितकडून जे येणे बाकी आहेत, अमित हा आपला डेटर आहे, ही इज अवर डेटर. ओके. सो ही इज अवर डेटर, अमित इज अवर डेटर means it is our asset because amount is receivable from him. Both are assets, so we will use first rule. Increase in asset debit, decrease in asset credit. Okay. As we are selling goods, our goods will decrease and the asset, that is amount receivable, will increase. So this asset will increase and this asset will decrease. So debtors will increase here and goods will decrease here as we are selling goods. So in rule, when there is increase it should be debited, so increase in asset should be debited, so Amit's account should be debited and decrease in asset goods account should be credited. By using first rule we can decide debit and credit in this transaction. Now see the next transaction. Received commission rupees 4,000. First account will be commission account. And second account will be cash account because we are receiving commission means we are receiving cash. Okay. Commission is, as we are receiving commission is our income and cash is our asset. Okay. Now for commission, as it is income, we will use second rule, and for deciding debit and credit of cash account we will use first rule. First commission, second rule, increase in capital liabilities incomes credited. Here as we are receiving commission, our commission account is increasing in the business, so commission increases. And cash, here we are receiving commission means cash, so our cash is also increases. Now we have to decide debit and credit here. Second rule for commission account, increase in income credit, so commission account should be credited. Now for cash, first rule, increase in asset debited, here cash asset increases, so it should be debited. So in this entry commission account will be credited, cash account will be debited. Now the next entry, goods purchased from Sham for rupees 11,000. See, I have explained this type of example to you. The entry is of purchase Sham. The party's name is given in the problem, and for cash words are not here. So this is a credit transaction, even though on credit these words are not mentioned in this sentence. Okay, so this is a credit transaction. First account will be goods account and second account will be Sham's account. Okay, cash is our asset and Sham, as we have purchased goods from Sham on credit, our liability will increase. This is our liability, that is he is our creditor. Sham's account creditor, तो आपला creditor आहे, त्यामुळे liability आपली, because as we have purchased goods from Sham, amount is payable to them, so liability. And now we will use rule, see the increase and decrease and decide debit and credit. First goods, we are purchasing goods, so goods are increasing. Okay, so goods increases here, and increase in asset should be debited, so goods account will be debited. Now Sham's account, as he is a creditor, it's our liability, and our liability is increasing because we are purchasing goods on credit, so payable amount is increasing. So if there is increase in liability, it should be credited, so it is also increases credit. So goods account will be debited and Sham's account will be credited. Okay, now the next transaction. Received a bearer check rupees 7,000 from Amit. See, in this transaction we have sold goods to Amit on credit rupees 8,000. From that amount he is paying us rupees 7,000, giving a bearer check. It means the check should be deposited into bank. There are two accounts here. First account will be bank account and second account will be Amit's account, as Amit is giving the amount to us. Okay, bank account means cash at bank. It will be our asset, and after depositing check our bank balance will increase, so increases. It should be debited because increase in asset should be debited. Now Amit's account, we know that Amit is our debtor, that is our asset, and when we receive cash from Amit, our debtor's asset will decrease. Okay, means receivable amount कमी होईल आपली, लक्षात आलंय, so decreases. Okay, and decrease in asset should be credited, so we have to credit Amit's account here. Okay, next, 8th transaction, cash sales rupees 10,000 to Reshma. Cash sales, याचा अर्थ कॅश विकली असा होत नाही, कॅश खरेदी किंवा विक्री करता येत नाही. कॅश सेल्सचा अर्थ आहे गुड्स सोल्ड फॉर कॅश, रुपीज 10,000 टू रेशमा. Okay. Even though party's name is mentioned in this sentence, they told us clearly that this is a cash sale, means goods sold for cash. त्यांनी क्लिअरली सांगितलंय की हे कॅश घेऊन गुड्स विकलेले आहेत. त्यामुळे पार्टी इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टंट हियर. टू अकाउंट्स विल बी इन्वॉल्व्ड. गुड्स अकाउंट as we are selling goods, and second account is cash account as we are receiving cash immediately. So as we are receiving cash immediately, party is not important even though the name is given in the problem. This is not a credit transaction because this is a cash transaction is mentioned in the sentence. Okay. Goods account and cash account both are our assets. Now we have to decide debit and credit. First rule we have to use: increase in asset debit, decrease in asset credit. We are selling goods to Reshma, so our cash increases. Cash increases. And goods are going out, so goods decreases. Increase in asset debit and decrease in asset credit. So in this transaction, goods account will be credited and cash account will be debited. Now the last transaction, today's last transaction. Paid to Sham rupees 5,000 by check. See, in the sixth transaction, we have purchased from Sham rupees 11,000. This was a credit transaction and Sham is our creditor. Amount is payable to him. From that 11,000, now we are paying him rupees 5,000 by check. As the payment is made by check, one account will be bank account and second account we are paying amount to Sham. So second account will be Sham's account. Okay. Bank is our asset and Sham. Here we know that we have purchased goods from Sham and he is our creditor, so it is our liability. When we pay amount to Sham, our bank balance will decrease and Sham is our liability. As we have paid the amount, आपण त्याला अमाउंट पेड करून टाकल्यानंतर आपली लायबिलिटी कमी होणार आहे. सो लायबिलिटी सुद्धा डिक्रीज होईल. पहिली ॲसेट आहे त्यामुळे we have to use first rule and for liability we have to use second rule. First rule, bank asset. Increase in asset debit but decrease in asset credit. Here is decrease in asset, so we have to credit. And then Sham's account liability, there is decrease in liability. They told us in second sentence that increase in liability credit and decrease in liability should be debited. So Sham's account should be debited. So in this transaction, bank account is credited and Sham's account is debited. I hope की तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना ही ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स कळलेली असतील. त्याचा नीट स्टडी करा आणि प्रयत्न करा अशी वेगळी ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स आपली घेऊन ती सॉल्व करण्याचा आणि डेबिट आणि क्रेडिट ठरवण्याचा. हे दोन्ही रूल्स तुम्हाला पाठ करून टाकायला पाहिजे. सो दॅट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे.